Today we're looking at one of the lesser known Chinese models, Leapmotor. Specifically the Leapmotor B10, a new affordable SUV, and as Chinese vehicles are still relatively new to our shores, I don't want to leap to any conclusions, because this comes with a 270-mile range, a £1,500 saving with the Leap grant and a 4-year warranty. So could this be an SUV for you? Just under 30k and you can see the quality that you get. I've reclined my front seat completely. Both front seats do this, and if that's not enough, they're both heated and ventilated. I can now sit here for the 20 minutes it takes to charge this car from 30 to 80% and stare at the panoramic sunroof and enjoy the view. You've got a 14.6 inch 2.5K HD screen there, which is ready for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's also preloaded with TikTok. You've got a nice floating centre console here with a couple of charging mats. You've got USB-Cs down the bottom and there's a tidy armrest as well. There's also an area down here for your phone, your wallet, your car keys. And then there's a big talking point, which a lot of people are calling the toilet seats, but they're cup holders.
Thankfully, it's not a toilet seat to drive. The eco-leather seats are a great place to sit, something that Leapmotor have definitely achieved.
Visibility in the Leapmotor B10 out the front is fabulous. It's got a narrow A-pillar, the door mirror's not too big, and as I look through the mirror to the back, it's got a small aperture, but you can still see everything you need to out that rear window. Now, for wind noise and road noise, bearing in mind it's a windy day today, there is a little bit of bustle around the door mirror and the A-pillar, but road noise is almost next to nothing. So smooth. This car just glides along these lovely motorway roads that we have here. And the roads, as we know, aren't always the smoothest. Let's give you some stats about the Leapmotor B10. It will do a top speed of 105 miles per hour, and your 0 to 62 is 8 seconds. 215 horsepower with 240 Newton meters of torque. It's not the quickest, but it's got more than enough. Now, being an EV, you all want to know about charging figures. First of all, the battery in this is a 67.1 kilowatt hour battery, and you can charge it from 30 to 80% in only 20 minutes, and you can stick it on one of the fast superchargers as well. Let's talk about the main screen, because inside here you have got a pretty minimal feel. That's what Leapmotor have gone for. It's almost their signature look, and it's good, it's cool, and for a lot of people that works. However, your heating controls, your sunroof controls, all your ADAS, everything's housed in there. We see that on a lot of cars, but it will take a little bit of getting used to. I, though, still like physical buttons. Thankfully, there's still ones for the window controls on the side of the door. But it does make it quite strange, because remember the C10? You had some buttons at the top which you could program for the sunroof. It's all gone. No more. All housed in this huge screen that we have. The big question is, does it feel high-end? The price point, it comes in just under 30k. And I think it does for me, really. It's maybe not business class. It's certainly not economy. I would put this in a premium economy bracket, which is a nice area for it to land. It's got eco-leather steering wheel, eco-leather seats. They're also heated and ventilated, and they are particularly comfortable. So for under 30k, it's pretty good. Good bracket for it to be in. Premium economy. It's an EV. They can be susceptible to body roll because of the extra height. They can also have a little bit extra weight because it's an EV. But remember, that weight is low down, and it does handle really well. It glides along any tarmac surface. I get to a corner, I turn it in, there doesn't feel like there's too much body roll. It feels nice and nimble, but also at the same time, it feels nice and relaxed when you do need to lean on it and go through a corner. So who is the Leapmotor B10 for? On first instincts, I thought it's for that maybe older gentleman who's going to go and play bowls or do a bit of golfing, cruise up to the golf course, arrive in a little bit of style. But then I thought, well, actually, it's maybe for the youngster. Maybe it's for a young go-getter who's living in the city, who can charge it on a charger overnight and also be fully up to speed with what happens behind the screen. Because remember, most of the operating system of this car is in that screen. So you've got to be pretty tech savvy. I've talked about the big screen. We need to talk about the small 8-inch LCD driving cluster, which I really, really like. Some driving clusters can be too big and filled with far too much clutter, and they take up too much space. This is perfect. It's like a little letterbox straight through the middle of the steering wheel. Bob's your uncle, that's all you need. And what would I improve on this? Would I make it bigger? No, I wouldn't. There's not a lot I would improve on the B10 actually. Everything seems pretty impressive. I'd like maybe the C10 physical buttons up here, but I'm really splitting hairs when it comes to that. And on the outside of the car, it looks good. It feels good to drive, so there's not too many things that I would want to change. Now, we all like ADAS, all your safety features that modern manufacturers give you, and you must compliment the manufacturers because they're fabulous, fabulous safety features that you can use, toggle on and toggle off. However, this one has a beep, a bing and a bang and a bong for absolutely everything. Again, they're housed away inside that screen. I will say that adaptive cruise control is good. It's good to have it in a car for under £30,000, but it's a little bit sensitive sometimes to maybe things that aren't necessarily in front of you. It picks up things that are at the side of you and it does react to that. But to get that in a car for under 30 grand is a hell of a coup for Leapmotor. It's maybe not the best or the biggest, but at least we've got a frunk. We've got their badge, LP. Should it not be LM for Leapmotor? Still trying to figure that out, but I like it. Slim design headlights, nice, I like them. Camera, stylish plastic splitter. 18-inch, bad boys. Little accent. Tinted. Flush. Sporty. Lightman. It's got nice curves, and inside the boot you've got 430 litres of boot space, which is not too shabby.
Rest assured that the Leapmotor brand is under the Stellantis umbrella, so when it comes to service or parts, you won't be left out in the cold.
Into the back, the same continues. You've got the comfortable eco-leather seats. Look at the legroom and headroom that I have here. This is a paradise for a passenger. A couple of USBs there. You've got a little bit of storage in the back of the seats, and there's also an armrest that does come down. But it's the space and the view that really make the back of the B10 a nice place to be. Oh, one more thing. If you're wondering where you can pick up a brand new Leapmotor B10, all you've got to do is head over to arnoldclark.com. And fear not, if you're looking for something else, we've got over 20,000 new and used cars for you to choose from. Because at Arnold Clark, we make it easy.
To sum up, Chinese cars are making their names here in the UK, and that's a good thing. Variety is the spice of life, and Leapmotor is the new chef in town.
Overall, it's good. It's simple, dare I say, classy. In the massive market of electric SUVs, the B10 is a surprising outside contender you may not have heard of. So let me know your comments in the box below. Because I'm Duncan Vincent and this is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And until next time, safe driving.